Welcome back everyone to episode 3 of Let's Play Rule the Waves as Russia. So I finally got all the names set up. You can see now we have Khazar, Spera, Framtov, Nadezhda, Mingol, Molotov, Strategy, Khazar. All the names are in. I could go through all of them, but there were actually surprisingly a lot. And there was 2 Nadezhdas, but this one has an H, so it's fine, and that one has Mingle at the end of it, so we're okay. And yeah, so there we go. If you don't see your name, excuse me, let me just adjust here. If you don't see your name, go ahead and just post it again, comment again. I'm sorry if I missed it. So we're jumping in, and one of the comments was we forgot to upgrade our dock. And because our tensions are getting up, I think it's time to institute more strict and rigorous training disciplines for gunnery and night fighting. This is going to be very expensive, but I think it's worth it, and we have the funds to do it. Actually, this is like the perfect timing, really. I also noticed that we don't have any intelligence, and that was probably fine for the first few months, but now I think it's going to be worthwhile to start learning a little bit about what's going on in the world. Okay, so let's push on then. We absolutely are not going to let them impound our ship. I think we take the first one. We want the prestige, and we don't really care about the tension. Wow, that actually worked out really well. It didn't add tensions to USA as I thought. It just added it to pretty much everyone else. Okay, well then we will continue. Wow, it's amazing how much submarine technology we're researching now that I've decided not to build any submarines. Okay, another couple light cruisers joining the fray. Nothing to do but keep pushing, I think. This is interesting. The only problem I have with this is I'm sure this top option is going to lower the budget. Yeah. Germany. I really wish, as an admiral would be able to do, I really wish we could look at the dossier of the different nations when we make decisions. That would be really nice if this did not take priority over like Almanac. Now I understand that there's probably some places where you can do some game exploits if you were able to do stuff in the background, but like, I don't know, like disband a ship or something instead of, who knows. But it would be so nice to just be able to see, like, the admiral of course would know very well what does Germany's navy look like, and we're not able to do that. I'm going to go ahead and enter the agreement. It's not the ideal, I feel, for us to start off. Well, honestly, it wouldn't be the worst thing. The main ones we want to avoid are the USA and Great Britain. And Great Britain is the priority. But we have almost the same budget as Germany, so they shouldn't be able to blockade us too easily. Well, how about this? Let's just take a look at how much this decreases our budget. I'll accept. I would actually decline this if I wasn't curious about how much this affects our budget. So, for science, let's decline. Alright, let's accept the agreement, I should say. Oh, okay. They bogged down. Whoa! It went from 26 to 3. That's pretty significant. Okay, well, not good. It did, the agreement didn't work, but it did lower tensions. So it was still somewhat successful. Our unrest level is 5. Good gracious, man. Where's this unrest coming from? Okay, this is our Pamyat as well. I'm going to say no for the same reason as I always do. I don't want like I don't want like a 1904 version and then 1904A. Actually, that's a good idea. I know that we don't have that much money, but it's probably about time for us to upgrade our ships already, just because we have better fire control. So, let's move on to central firing. And look at that, the ships are going to be just perfect the way they are. I don't think there's been any other changes. I can't imagine. We don't have the, tonnage to do them anyway. So we'll save this, and we will rebuild. Let's see. It shouldn't... I think we can get away with doing all of them. So get them all to the next class. Okay, yeah, this is actually, because they're being taken off active fleet, we actually have to pay less in maintenance. Same thing is going to go for these guys. We need them to go... So even if I made this ship with central firing identical to the one... Okay, we'll go down to 170. Identical to the one that's coming out, it wouldn't be the same ship. They would treat them as two different designs. The game doesn't actually check to see if they're the same. It just knows if they were made at different times, they're probably different. So we'll save this one as well. And we will rebuild all of our heavy cruisers. I hope this doesn't muck up our foreign tonnage situation. And I also hope we don't go to war in the next few minutes. How are we doing now? What's our foreign tonnage? Well, sorry, we want to see this. Oh yeah, we're plenty good. Okay, this actually doesn't take into account the ships. Yeah, okay, well we'll see next turn if we're doing okay. I just have no idea where this unrest could be coming from. We did have a comment about the coastal forts. You can build these, and they do also increase not just... I mean, a coastal battery actually goes in at the gun size of your choosing. So it wouldn't be a bad idea for us to get one in our home area, because we're probably going to end up being besieged. So what is this? Probably, I think the Baltic States is the best place for us to get one, honestly. Although it's very rare that you actually get into this little bay. It's really large for a bay, but I don't know what else to call it. I don't know the geographical name for this body of water. Baltic Sea, but what is this little enclosed area called something? Probably. Anyway, it's not going to be useful for us to put batteries on Western Russia because we're not going to be fighting over here. In most situations when I have fought Russia, I've never played as Russia, but when I fight them, you fight down here, so the ones that are going to be most relevant are the Baltic States or Finland. And I think let's try Baltic States, so let's build a fort. A 6-inch one, because that way it's effective against destroyers as well in the Baltic States. So the maintenance cost after this thing is completed is not that expensive. I mean, if you think about it in some way, it is massively expensive. My destroyers have less maintenance cost than this, and they don't have a 6-inch gun, but they have 2 4-inch guns, and they're mobile. So if you ask me, the maintenance cost for these coastal batteries is just way too high. Way too high. But I'll build one just for fun. So there it is. And we already have 2 in Russia, Far East, and 2 in Western Russia. Okay. They are 4-inch batteries. That is not going to do anything. But the cost is so cheap that whatever, you know? I mean, this cost says 9,600. I would take 9,600. 15,000, I think the maintenance said for this one. That's just too much. So, but that's how they work. Basically, you can see them in game, but almost never are they used. The only advantage you get from building them is they also place additional minefields around your ports, which can be beneficial. Okay. So this unrest level, that's still the mystery to me. Because it's up to 5. I mean, that's pretty high. I don't know what to do about it, but we'll just keep pushing on. 3 centerline main turrets, this is good. Okay, still at 5. I'm going to monitor this. This is troubling. The Lotnik. What the hell's the Lotnik? Oh, Crap. So the retrofitted design we have is now going to be slower. That's pretty terrible. Okay, fine. Well, nothing we can do about it. Well, actually, there is something we could do about it. What I could do is redesign the ship again, just adjust the ammo, like maybe take another ammo off. 165 for a heavy cruiser is plenty. We could do that and see if we can get that 1 knot back. Completely worth it. For the 1 knot, it's absolutely worth it to lose 5 ammo. So I'll think about doing that. We got our battleships back. They didn't suffer the same fate. It just seems a little strange that you change your fire control and your ship gets slower. Like they probably aren't even touching anything below the hull. I mean, below the deck. Yeah, so we'll still do this because is it going to drop by another 27 or so? Or no, wait, 23? No, this only dropped us by about 10, so it really didn't hurt that much. And I kind of like being allied with Germany. Actually, no, I don't like it because it's very... it doesn't feel very historical. We'll cancel that agreement as soon as we can, but hey, it's fun for now. I should have just negotiated into a naval disarmament treaty. That would be good. Okay, so our crews are now proficient thanks to our extra training. We got that 6-inch coastal battery. People are finishing their reconstructions, which means it's probably time for us to go to redesign this again. And we should get 22 out of it doing it this way. And 165 with central firing, I'm pretty okay with that. It sucks that we have to take off ammo just to get the ship to do what it should do, but it's worth it. Unfortunately, I don't know if these guys can be redesigned all to the... Yeah, see, this is the problem I'm talking about. We have to retrofit these first to the 1904, and instead of just directly... if I do it this way, it's going to make 2 designs. We'll have the 1904A, which I upgrade to, and now the 1904B, if I just do this. So we'll have 2 with the normal amount of ammo, and 2 with slightly less. Which is fine, I guess. If we build any other destroyers, we'll build them as... What? No, can I actually... I want to save this as... Can I save it as something else? Huh. I could manually put in... I think I can manually do it. R1904B. Okay, so let's try it this way. Whoops, no. See, it won't let me do it. Okay, let's go back to just the regular. So it's going to have us overwrite the 1904, I guess. That's fine. So let's see what happens then if I rebuild it as the exact same thing. I wonder if it will still have the error, the slower speed. Okay, very good. So that was a little bit complicated, but it'll be interesting to see what the result of that is. Maybe that actually solves the problem. In which case it would be better to only retrofit one at a time, just to see if it's going to have an unfair effect on you. Yep, we'll take that. That's very good. Shell damage, basically. We are getting some good upgrades, which I like to see. People are finishing working up. Ruben's in the Navy now. No, we'll just do it the same old way. Looks like tensions with France are actually the ones going up right now. Okay, a world cruise for our young cadets is planned. Well, I think we're ready for war. We made it through the retrofits, so bring it on. It's looking like France, and that would be, and I would love that, because France generally protects her Mediterranean holdings. We would actually have Germany in the same home waters with us. It would be a steamroll, I think. Okay, have we gotten, no. There it is. Okay, so let's see, these guys did have that same problem. Crap. So we have to go back and do it again. Wait, before I do anything, can we just retrofit them to 1904A? No, sorry. Rebuild directly. Does it work? It does. Okay, very good. It's so confusing, but whatever. We'll take it just to get the extra knot. So it turns out all that work was for nothing. Just the next time, tell myself, just step through each one of the individual revisions. It's total nonsense. We won't have to do that because we can build directly at the 1904A from now on, but it seems a little bit silly to do things that way. Let's get this one as well. Next. Yeah, we're going to have some decent technology going into this war. Not that we'd be ahead, we're supposed to be way behind. But okay. Our prestige is a little bit too low for me to risk it. I'd rather build up a little bit of prestige. So, is everyone ready? I don't like the crew quality, but here we go. Okay, we didn't go to war. We're just at 11 out of 12, it looks like. Yep, tension is 11. War starts at 12. Which is good. We'll take that extra time to get some more of our fleet set up. Oh, wow, we have so many minesweepers. Okay, we don't need any more minesweepers, that's for sure. We're starting to gain a little bit of budget. Oh, I need to build new docks. So where do I end up spending the money? I think it might even be time, although tensions are probably too high for us to risk it now. Oh, I know. Oh, actually, I was about to say, oh, I know, we should move our ships back to Northeast Asia, but how cool. The retrofitting happened and the ships stayed in Northeast Asia. I don't know if that always happens. I seem to remember the Nike Manticore last series, when I retrofitted her in West Africa, went back to the Mediterranean. Maybe you have to have a base of a certain size for this to work. I don't know. But I'm very happy that those ships went back. In fact, whew, boy. Well, we'll be in really good position to steal a lot of France's... Oh my gosh, actually this is... I'm so glad that I'm thinking so that we're not caught completely unawares. France has a lot of holdings in Southeast Asia, so with the prospects of Japan very unlikely, that's not going to work. We don't have any holdings there. Okay, this is the real disadvantage of having short-range battleships, but that's okay. I'm going to take 2 of these guys and move them back home. But we'll keep the rest of the ships there because I don't think we have very many ships. Let's just take a look at North Asia directly. Okay, so it's now just these ships. We have 3 battleships remaining, 2 heavy cruisers, which is good because those can go to Southeast Asia. And then just a splattering of 4 Vestas, 2 Floras. The 2 Floras can go, and the 4 Vestas can stay and protect our 3 battleships. That seems reasonable. In fact, if anything, I should get more Flora classes so we can do some more raiding. And I'm willing to do that. What I think I'll do is I'll upgrade our existing Flora class. So let me go back to rearrange by type. Okay, so I want to organize by class, but then organize by location, and then, but first of all those things, organize by type. So now it sorts by type, then it sorts by location, but if they're in the same location, it will sort by type, class, I mean, which is perfect. I really love the way that, at least if they give you a messy Excel spreadsheet, if they allow you to manipulate it like I've done and sort by columns with primary, secondary, and tertiary sorting patterns, that's really helpful. I really enjoy that. So floor class. The Nadezhda, the Hope, will be our ship to be retrofit. So we can get central firing. It's a no-brainer to lower, we'll lower this to 175 even, because I don't want another situation where we have to retrofit twice. Hopefully that will be enough. And after central firing, I don't think there's anything else we can do. This ship is kind of an interesting one. I forgot that we had 2.5 belt, but we only have 2 for our turrets. Now, most of the time you don't hit a turret, even with, 5 of them on a broadside. But I don't like that configuration in general. I would much prefer higher turret armor, but the good news is that's actually something you can change. It's one of the things that a retrofit can modify. But I think we'll just do this current change, get the central firing. That will be that one. I will retrofit 1 flora, but mainly I did that just so I can start building some 1905 floras. And these won't cost any additional money because we're building them. They're not the first to be built. The retrofit 1 counts as the first, so we don't have to pay an additional fee. Well, we've made it pretty far. Okay, so we have 3 and 1. Those are going to be finished very soon, and that's the retrofit already too. 2 and 1. Yeah, we're in really good shape. And when do these guys get home? Probably another 3 months. 1, 2, 3. So sorry. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 more months. Tensions are holding. I'm going to build a few more floras. Why not? I think I really like the idea of having a raiding ship, just putting them all over. The submarine developments, I tell you. Okay, this is interesting. Oh, Germany, what are you doing? It looks like they've taken my design for the treaty, the Naval Disarmament Treaty ship, battleship, and executed it. This is a force projection battleship. If I'm not mistaken, it's slightly less powerful than even my heavy cruiser. Better armored, but less armament. I think it would still win in a one-on-one engagement, but I'm not sure. However, that's not the important thing. The important thing is it's still a battleship, and it still gives you all the full points that a battleship will on the strategic map. And it can also influence the naval invasion of different land locations. We're doing okay on dock size. Let's take a quick look at how everyone in the world is doing. So we are, wow, pretty well behind Germany. Just barely ahead of Austria-Hungary. Well, that's terrifying. Yeah, we're much further behind than I would have expected. The ratio I thought was something like these guys have 20 for Japan, 20 for Austria-Hungary. We're at 32 and Germany's at 36. But that's not the ratio I'm seeing here. Like, we're almost tied with Japan and Austria-Hungary, and we're 50% below Germany. I wonder why that is. What has happened to make my naval budget so much worse? Great Britain is already building dreadnoughts. That's a year before they got the HMS Dreadnought. I think that was commissioned. Was it commissioned or construction began in 1906? So maybe that's right on cue. That's pretty cool if it's true. Although battlecruisers, this is a bit early. And certainly it's early from Germany. Alright, 13-inch quality -1. Not something I'm going to really use. Yeah, they're our allies, so it's fine. We'll take the money. Our destroyers have been, getting up there pretty quick. Which is not really that important because we set torpedoes themselves to medium. So let's go ahead and put this to medium as well, just to increase the research on other things. Alright, well, I always wanted the Naval Disarmament Treaty. Although I kind of do want to go to war as well. If I go to war, I'll be happy because I'll be at war. If we don't, at the end of the war is the time when we probably want to start building our next battleship, which means it won't be a very good time to call a peace conference because that will end up scrapping whatever ship we build. So technically right now is the best time to call an international peace conference because it's right when we want to start building our new ships, but we haven't started building them already. Which means that instead of building something which gets scrapped, we can build something which conforms to the treaty. However, then we won't be at war probably for, I don't know. And if we go to war quickly after that, yeah, I guess we have to back our ally unconditionally. Because if we go to war after an international peace conference, and we already designed a battleship for that conference, the war cancels the treaty, so it's a waste of a ship. Okay, so we did that, and how? Okay, well, we're going to war. It's send out the order for all ships. We are going to war. So I'm actually preemptively going to. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3 here. I think that's still acceptable. Most of our ships are in Northern Europe. What do we have? Who's where? Give me a status report. Northern Europe. Okay, you guys, Sharp and Blinson. Sharp. I can't remember if you wanted your ship name something besides Sharp, but Captain Sharp, in control of whatever ship this is. I think I'm just going to call it the Sharp for now. You guys are tasked with moving to Southeast Asia. Prepare to interdict French merchant shipping. You will be joined by the Sabo and the Nadezhda. Hopefully we can get there a little bit ahead of time. Yeah, we'll have to retrofit all the floras after the war, and the Vestas too. But okay. Otherwise, I want to send a whole bunch of floras. So let's start getting Svetlana, Vladimir. So do we have any named floras? You know what? Just get all of them. Every single one of you guys is going to the Mediterranean. Bon voyage. Okay, there it is. Our crew is not... Still have some people working up. Specifically the Nadezhda. I'm going to cancel her action for now. I hate canceling actions. It's so annoying. You've got to do so many clicking. Just all I want to do is tell them not to move. But you have to do like 4 clicks to do that. That is not the highlight of this interface, that's for sure. And we have 2 more floor classes who are only fair, so we'll cancel their trip as well. Oh boy, same thing. Grab them, cancel their move orders, cancel their move orders, and close. Okay, there, good. So we want to make sure that they're worked up first. Alright, well, if we weren't at war yet, we are now. War declared. Here we go. Convoy attack. Okay, so this is what we were kind of expecting. And they declined. Interesting. Actually, you know what? I will accept the next war, but I see we're already at 30 minutes, so... A convoy attack. I will accept it just because I'm super anxious to get into the battle. Who do we have here? Oh my, come on. Okay, we can do this one on camera because this is going to be pathetic. Unknown ship sighted. Get ready to launch torpedoes even though you only have one each. Is this them? Super close? Go to squad max. Nope. This is... Oh my god, what the hell? Well, that's our target then. Let's see if we can get around. Can you deploy smoke? No. Okay, we've got to pretend like we're coming at them so that they continue to disengage. Like, this is like that scene from Star Wars where Han Solo and starts charging at the stormtroopers. I feel extremely nerdy right now in this moment, quoting a Star Wars scene, but just this blind charge, you're bluffing. We're bluffing right now. We're trying to get them to continue to back up. It's very unlikely that it's going to work, but if they are smart and they start just picking at us, we're going to sink for sure. So, let's see. We need to get all the way over there. This is impossible. Yeah, they were smart enough. Let's just take a look at their ships. 28 knots, so we can't outrun them. Wait. 4 3-inch guns. Okay, well that's probably about even to my 2 4-inch guns. I believe we have 2 4-inch guns. We do. Really sad that this is going to be the Russian people will never know of this. We will never speak of this. Because I'm pretty much sure it's going to be a defeat. Well, we actually hit... I think that's the first shell that's been landed. Yeah. The first shell of the war is us landing a hit on their Bellier class. 2 3-inch guns. Yeah, we could take that one for sure. I'm just interested in trying to sink even just one merchant ship in time. Looks like we aren't able to get any kind of torpedo solution though. And we have to basically just bone out. Get out of here. Could it be a hit? No. Okay. Let me see if I can get them to specifically target the ships which are 800 yards away from them. That would be nice. Okay. Just one more hit, and maybe it's a sunk ship. Oh, we went back to this destroyer too. Okay, well, that's good. We'll probably switch targets over. You know what? I don't know if we sank any ships with 1 4-inch hit. Probably not. This is just too much, though. It's just insane. We're not going to defeat them. Let's try to run away. So, full speed ahead. Escape. A near miss. Hopefully they disengage soon. There they go. Okay, good. Well, it might turn out to be a small defeat. I don't think we sank any ships, but you know what? We made the right decision there. What my 3 destroyers are doing out here, I mean, God knows what. It wasn't part of the plan. So, well, I guess we'll just sail to French waters, or go to Spain, maybe? Let's go run with the bulls over in Pamplona. Is it about that time? Nope, it is practically Christmas. Alright, wait for this to finish. There it is. So it is a French marginal victory, but, I mean, I don't care. We actually did heavy damage to one of them. I don't care. I really don't care. We scored some hits. That's all I care about. Our three destroyers made it out. I don't want to build any more destroyers. Oh, sorry, by the way, I forgot to correct this. It's my apologies. Good thing it wasn't an important battle. So, we start off with that one. Like I said, we're not even going to tell the Russian people about that. We're really waiting for the big battle to begin. And I will push one more turn, because it is... I'm excited to know when that big... under what circumstances that big battle will begin. So let me see. Here's our Flora. Our Flora in Northern Europe is now good, so send him to Mediterranean. Very good. Actually, let's send this one... I hate swapping them around like this all the time, but I'm going to send this one over to the Caribbean because French also have some colonies over there. We might as well just put pressure everywhere. Lots of pressure. Okay, and next turn. Ah, no. We have plenty of minesweepers. How many? We need 15 and we can get 27 and have a few left over. That's perfect to me. So if they have any submarines at all, well, they probably won't after a couple months. Our victory points are almost the same as theirs. Is this because we're blockading them? We should be, because, for God's sakes, we have all of Germany's might with us. Okay, let's check this out. France has 193 points. Germany and I together have 300. That, I don't know, when I do the math like that, it seems like we should be blockading them. Because I don't have any ships. Actually, this is probably a bad thing even, but I don't have any ships in the Northern Europe who are under convoy rating. I think that is a bad thing, in fact. How many people did I send over there? Oh good, I have 2 Floras. Oh, they're in fair, so let's just set them to convoy raid here. Oh, that's what I need to do, of course, is get all these people who are in foreign areas to start convoy raiding. Right. Begin, wait a second. Yeah, that's fine. Begin your raiding. I think if I do this, it changes, it like cancels their movement orders. No, good, okay. I'm happy to see that. The Mediterranean, we don't have anybody in the Mediterranean? No, we do, a lot of people. Okay, this one's actually, we need to move them out already. It's a little early. But we have 6 ships that can begin raiding activity in the Mediterranean. Very good. So we have a lot of convoy raiders now. That's great. Let's see what happened. They sank 1 ship, we sank a submarine. Okay, let's start the count. 1. Well, that was not a very high number. Alright, Sabo, the first real action of the war. But we've gone a little bit far, so you know what? I think we can probably squeeze this in. Let's go ahead and try to get it done. Now, these ships are not supposed to engage. They're supposed to retreat. The wind is going to protect us if we go this way. So let's do that. See if we can move like on a parallel course until we identify them. I could just, let's see what kind of light cruisers they have. Wow, 7-inch guns. We do not want to run into those. That's a pretty darn good ship. 5,700, and they have 8 7-inch guns. Yep, and that gives them a 5-sided broadside. That's the same number. I have 8 6-inch guns. And they have second. I often get confused about the AI's amazing ability to build these ships. 22. Maybe it's a short. It can't be a short range. It could be a short range ship. I don't know. I've done that before though. I've test built like one where I saw they did this. I would like to try to recreate this, but for now we're not going to turn. Okay, so let's see what we're up against here. Yep, this is the 8 7-inch guns and 10 2-inch guns. I don't understand that. It's just adding unnecessary weight, but we are going to flee the scene. Because we are a little bit faster than them. Sorry, Sabo, you'll have to flee to fight another day. Probably not what you wanted, but those were the orders. This is taking forever. Is our ship limited? Our ship speed limited? Nope. And we are moving 23, okay. Then we should be evading them. Let me go up to a faster speed. I'm just going to lock our view on these ships. It looks like we're moving the same speed. Like what? Okay, now they're falling behind a little bit. There we go. Okay, we'll go this way now and move to cruise speed. There it is. Okay, a draw. Well, this was really exciting. 2 small battles. I want to end when we have a big battle coming up. Okay, the Flora. Well, nothing you can do about that. You're already an active fleet. Yeah, and that's the only one with a star, so we're doing okay. All our raiders are doing good. We'll move the Posadnik back just because she only has fair. But I'll keep her on her rating status. The rating, so far, not very effective. I'm pretty surprised. Horrified, really. We invested a huge amount of resources into these raiding ships, which are not doing anything. Okay, the Wittelsbach battleship has been sunk, so the French mean business. Okay, cruiser engagement. We're accepting everything. At least we have our heavy cruisers involved here. Okay, so I will take this action, but I will do this one. This is actually pretty fun, 3 heavy cruisers. But I'll take this one on the next video, so we've already gone 40 minutes. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for a heavy cruiser engagement in the next episode, probably followed by some more exciting engagements, because this is going to be a really small, probably a pretty quick one overall. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you back for this engagement.